What's up? Everybody ready for World War or no? Or it's hard to say.
What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. And we feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
Things are. I haven't seen anything. Did something happen? I haven't been watching the news. I heard that there was something going on in like California or something. That's the last I heard. I will say this. So the other night, I kind of almost sort of defended the administration, saying that, soldiers, as a soldier, you should kind of expect to sleep on the floor. That's par for the course. I've slept on the floor around the world. That is not a lie. Multiple continents, every country, every training I've ever been to. But today, I heard that some of those National Guard troops were there without actual orders. And that is a huge deal we'll talk about in just a second. Let's roll the intro.
Hey Daddies, it's me, the Linda Binda from TikTok. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to thank you for watching Cold Beer Confessionals with Will Bird. I think that's just incredible. I've watched a few episodes and I'm just like very intrigued. But you know what I'm most intrigued in is Big Daddy's meat stick. I heard that it's very thick, like a good old German sausage. Linda and her coochie loves that. Oh,
You don't say.
mind. Let's not go there. Anyways, I hope you have a good show and enjoy it as you can. There's a lot of weird things that go on, especially when it comes from the realm of Linda Bindaland. So, enjoy the show. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Will Bird. This is the Cold Beer Confessional. Thank you for joining us. If you like the show, you enjoy the show, you want to see the show continue, please consider contributing to the show. Either like, share, comment, something, or leave a donation. Coldbeer.fund. Coldbeer.fund. That would greatly help. Hold on just a second. Donate to the show. It's cheaper than cable. And sometimes it's more entertaining. Probably not all the time. But we're in kind of a lean period right now. So if you could help us get through this, I'm hoping to have my VA stuff settled either this month or next month, and then it won't be so bad around here. But until then, support the show if you can. And I promise when I get everything straightened out, I won't ask you again. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for being here. So, again, sleeping on the floor as a soldier is nothing new. Like, if you want to be mad about that, you're going to have to be mad about the whole system, because everywhere we go, we sleep on the floor. Everywhere we end up, we sleep on the floor. If you just give soldiers 20 minutes of downtime, they're going to sleep on the floor. That's not to be confused with like what the older millennials trying to do, claiming that these pictures were from Afghanistan. That's not even the California National Guard. Those pictures are the California National Guard as part of the 81st Stryker Brigade Combat Team, which is California, Washington, Oregon unit that's all put together, right? The issue here, though, is I've heard that the sleeping on the floor is no issue. It should just be expected. It's par for the course if you're in the military. But I've now heard that some of those soldiers are there without orders, okay? And orders are a big deal, right? So you get in the National Guard, you get two different types of orders. You can have Title 32 orders and Title 10 orders. Under Title 32 orders, you get a printout, and it says the orders follows, and it has your name, your identifying information, personal identifying information, where to report to, when to be there, how long you think you're going to be there, tentatively, and what your mission contains. It's an actual piece of a document that makes you an active National Guard member under Title 32 for the state, okay? Trump should be issuing these guys Title 10 orders. So these is U.S. Code Title 10, U.S. Code Title 32. Title 10 orders federalize you, okay? What does that mean? That means that you'll get federal pay, right? Just like you're in the regular army. That you'll get, that'll go towards your retirement, right? Towards your active duty time in your retirement. That you get federal benefits, and that you can seek treatment at the VA for any injuries you might have, or if you get fucked up or whatever, right? You are the same as a regular soldier then, right? As a regular soldier at Fort Bragg or whatever. And you are activated under those orders. You don't go anywhere. Oh, thank you very much, Border Collie. Border Collies are the best with 3 6-packs. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You can't go anywhere without orders. I'm surprised they even took troops places without orders. It's such a big fucking deal. It's such a big deal to have those actual orders. How do you know? If you don't have your orders, how do you know you were supposed to go? I understand your commander comes and tells you, hey, we're all going down here, right? But not everybody from the unit went. I guarantee you not everybody went. So how do you know who went and who didn't go? If no one's got orders, it's fucking insane to go anywhere without orders. And I can't believe they're doing it, but it seems like it's kind of, I don't know. It's running about as smoothly as one of Trump's beauty pageants, I guess. That's insane. Insane. Before we do anything, so you get like a warnos, like a warning order that you're going to mobilize, right? But nothing is ever official until you have orders in your hands. Even when we were going like overseas, like Iraq and shit, like nothing is official. Like you might train for it, you prep for it, you get a bunch of shots for it, you get physicals for it, you go see the doctor for it, you go see a psychologist for it. You do this rollover training, this MREP training. You go out and fight pretend bad guys out in the middle of the woods training, and everybody knows you're going to Iraq. But it's not official until you have fucking orders in your hands. It's never official. It's crazy that they're out there without any orders. And imagine the fuck up when it comes like retirement time, or if one of them rolls, I'm not even saying a protester. Let's say you roll your ankle and right now you're supposedly on federal active duty, right? Let's say you break your leg. Say you get in a car wreck on the way to meet your unit in Los Angeles, and you're not on fucking orders. How the fuck are you going to prove any of that? How are you going to prove that you're not just a private civilian? How are you going to prove that you were actually going somewhere to serve? How are you going to prove that the VA needs to cover that? How are you going to have medical insurance? Like, that's insane that they're doing anything without orders. Now, this is just a rumor, but at least I think it was 9 people had come forward and said they didn't even have official orders. And if 9 came forward out of a pretty MAGA crowd, the military votes overwhelmingly MAGA. I would think National Guard's probably worse than that. I don't know about California, but 9 of them came forward. I would say there's a lot of them without orders that didn't want to say, they didn't want to come forward. But I think 9 people had come forward and said that, hey, we don't even fucking have orders to be here. That's insane. Especially because the orders in this case also authorize who you're working for. Title 10 orders, you're at the president's command. Title 32 orders, you're at the governor's command, which rolls us into our next story. A judge blocks Trump from continuing to deploy National Guard in California. A federal judge has blocked President Trump's move to deploy California National Guard troops during protests over immigration raids in Los Angeles, calling the move illegal and ordering the Trump administration to return the control of the California National Guard to the control of Governor Gavin Newsom. The federal judge's order, which does not limit Trump's use of the Marines, does not take effect until Friday at noon. The Trump administration immediately filed a notice to appeal the order. At this early stage of the proceedings, the court must determine whether the president followed the congressionally mandated procedure for his actions. He did not, U.S. District Judge Charles Breyer said in his order, granting the temporary restraining order sought by Newsom. His actions were illegal, both exceeding the scope of his statutory authority and violating the 10th Amendment to the United States Constitution. He must therefore return the control of the California National Guard to the governor of the state of California forthwith. In a statement on social media, Newsom wrote, "The court just confirmed what we all know. The military belongs on the battlefield, not in our city streets." Newsom and Attorney General Rob Bonta had filed an emergency request on Tuesday to block what they called Trump and the Department of Defense's unnecessary and unlawful militarization after Trump issued a memorandum over the weekend deploying more than 2,000 National Guard troops to Los Angeles amid the protests over objections from Newsom and other state and local officials. In his order, the judge pointed to protesters' First Amendment rights and said, just because some stray bad actors go too far does not wipe out that right for everyone, right? Just because, the same thing that MAGA would be screaming, just because there's a shooting doesn't mean that everybody's got to give up their guns, right? The idea that protesters can so quickly cross the line between protected conduct and rebellion against the authority of the government of the United States is untenable and dangerous, he wrote. Breyer wrote that the protests in Los Angeles falls far short of the legal requirements of a rebellion to justify a federal deployment. Rebellions need to be armed, violent, organized, open, and aimed to overturn government, he wrote. The protest in California met none of these conditions, he found. By the way, again, this would be a lot different if Gavin Newsom was calling and asking for it, because they're kind of at his command anyways. So if he's going to activate his own troops and he's just asking the federal government to approve it and pay them, that's one thing, right? This is something completely different. Plaintiffs and the citizens of Los Angeles face greater harm for the continued unlawful militarization of their city, which not only inflames tensions with protesters threatening increased hostilities and loss of life, but deprives the state for 2 months of its own use of thousands of National Guard members to fight fires, combat the fentanyl trade, and perform other critical functions, the judge wrote in his order. Regardless of the outcome of this case or any other, that alone threatens serious injury to the constitutional balance of power between the federal and state governments, and it sets dangerous precedent for future domestic military activity, the judge wrote. I don't know if you guys remember this, but after the election, there were tons of fucking people that were rioting in state capital or that protesting in states' capitals. There's no southern state. There's no MAGA state that would have let fucking Joe Biden come in office after inauguration and send the goddamn National Guard to stop Trump protests, to stop Joe Biden protests. No fucking way. But it's California. Go get them, Don. Some 4,000 National Guardsmen and 700 Marines were ordered to the Los Angeles area following the protest over immigration raids. California leaders claim Trump inflamed the protest by sending in the military when it was not necessary. Now, there's a different talking point. He doesn't need this as bad. He still wants deported, by the way. This stupid motherfucker, Trump came out today. Uh-oh. 3 6-packs. Hey, everyone. Just a few quid for the right funds. Thank you very much, Mr. Thomas Mullen. 3 6-packs. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. We are kind of short this month, bill-wise, so I appreciate all the donations. That'll help us out a lot. I'm hoping to have that fixed by either the end of this month or next month, so I won't be on here looking like a fucking grifter or whatever. Trump... So literally, what everybody's been saying is that, hey, I thought you were going after the criminals. You're destroying businesses now. You're taking out our farming industry. Grocery prices are rising. What the fuck is going on? And they're like, all of them. We said they all have to go. Jack Posobiec today posted, deport them all, and I mean all. And then just out of the fucking blue, Trump's like, I don't know. It seems like this is affecting the hotel industry and farmers. Yeah, no shit, dude. No shit.
Peter?
Thank you, President Trump. I have two. First, on immigration. What made you change your mind about targeting in California farmers and people in the hotel and leisure business?
Well, we're not targeting. In fact, if you look at that, put out.
You will not find a person who says, nope, got to keep gang members here. Rapists, we need them. Drug dealers, they're my friends. Someone posted a TikTok today and said, oh, well, Obama deported this many million. Trump's only deported this many thousand. Why weren't you mad at Obama? First of all, some people were still mad at Obama's policy. But do you think they were doing it the same way? Do you think Obama and Trump's immigration policies are even close to each other? Did Obama send goons to the courthouse? Or better yet, today, yesterday or a few days ago, a kid that had literally been human trafficked to the United States like 10 or 12 years ago, brought here, no family, doesn't know where his family is, who they are, whatever. Dad, put in the United States, put into our foster care system. 17 years old, living with a foster family for the last 12 years in the United States, nowhere else to go, was picked up and fucking deported. A foster kid that had been trafficked here against his will, got here, had no family to take him, either back home or here, put into the foster care system, got a foster family, and was living with them for the last 12 years, picked up and deported. You remember when Obama sent a bunch of fucking goons to a kindergarten graduation to pick up the parents cheering their kids graduating? Of course they're not the fucking same, right? There were people who thought Obama deported too many people. There are those people. But even if we're not making that argument, they're doing it two very different ways. I wouldn't even say that I'm against the rapid procedure when they catch you within like so many miles of the border, so many 200 miles of the border or something like that, and you've been here less than a year or whatever, and they can rapidly deport. I'm not even against that. I understand why they probably need that from just flopping over the border and saying, I'm clogging up the system now, right? But to be dragging people out of restaurants that have worked here for like 10 years, there's a guy on TikTok that had hit 11 people from his landscaping crew got picked up. Or he had 11 total, maybe 7 of them got picked up. 6 of them, he knows for a fact, had work visas. He helped them get the visas. His whole business is shut down. They took his whole fucking crew. Like, what are you doing? Trump tries to claim that this is hurting, how does he say it? That it's hurting our farmers and hotel workers, and that we have a really bad problem because these criminals are taking all these jobs. When are they doing their crime? On a farm, you literally work from daylight till dark, and you get paid like shit, to be honest with you. It's not by the hour. It's usually by how much you pick, how much you harvest, how much work you do, right? You think the criminals are getting jobs on farms to hide from you while they do their crime? That's what we're going to go with?
A statement today about farmers. Our farmers are being hurt badly by, they have very good workers. They've worked for them for 20 years. They're not citizens, but they've turned out to be, great. And we're going to have to do something about that. We can't take farmers and take all their people. And
his original plan was you as a farmer or hotel owner would have to contact his administration, write a letter, and turn in every illegal that worked for you, and then write a letter for each individual one about how good, hardworking they were and how much they mean to your business. Then he was going to send them, he was going to deport them anyways, right? And then as long as your letter was good enough, he was going to see about maybe letting them come back at some point later on down the road.
send them back because they don't have maybe what they're supposed to have, maybe not. And you know what's going to happen and what is happening? They get rid of some of the people because, you go into a farm and you look and people they've been there for 20, 25 years and they've worked great and the owner of the farm loves them and everything else.
That's the same shit we've been saying. If you're picking up somebody on a street corner slinging fucking crack, somebody that's fucking trafficking humans or that murdered somebody, no one's going to bat a fucking eye, bro. You're picking up people who have worked at the same job for over a decade.
And then you're supposed to throw them out, and you know what happens? They end up hiring the people, the criminals that have come in, the murderers from prisons and everything else. So we're going to have an order on that pretty soon, I think. We can't do that to our farmers, and leisure too, hotels. We're going to have to use a lot of common sense on that.
And my other question about the Middle East, as the Israelis apparently gear up for some kind of an attack, a possible attack on Iran, are you trying to talk Netanyahu out of doing that, or are you so against Iran having a nuclear weapon that you're okay, he does his thing because it is not an American war?
Yeah, it's a very fair question. Look, I want to have an agreement with Iran. We're fairly close to an agreement. We are fairly close to a pretty good agreement. It's got to be better than pretty good, though, but it's got to be, I'd much prefer an agreement. As long as I think there is an agreement, I don't want them going in because I think that would blow it. Might help it, actually, but it also could blow it. But we've had very good discussions with Iran. Whether or not we get there, I can't tell you, but it'll happen soon. I say this, Peter, very strongly. They can't have, whether it's going in or not going in, they can't have a nuclear weapon. I prefer. And
this is a precursor to what happened. So we've been pulling our diplomatic people out of the area around Iran. We knew that this strike was coming. Trump's like, I don't want them to. That kind of messes up my my nuclear deal that I'm trying to get them to do. And the same nuclear deal that I got them not to do before when Obama was under, that I backed out of. But we knew this was coming. Under Trump's mentality, if he's president, he can stop anybody in the world from doing anything, right? If I'd have been there, Russia would have never invaded. If I'd have been there, Israel would have never done that. Why didn't you stop them?
the more friendly path.
And can you tell us what the Israelis told you that made you start to evacuate the detention?
Hotels because he owns one. There is a court document all the way back from like the 1980s that the judge said that Trump and his business hired a bunch of illegal Polish workers in horrible conditions, underpaid, no safety, none of that, just the worst conditions you can imagine for a demolition job. And the judge ruled, even though Trump and his people claimed that they had no idea that they were illegal immigrants, the judge ruled that there was no way. They should have known these people were illegal immigrants, right? The wages they were working at, the way they presented themselves, how they didn't have any safety equipment and none of these other things that a legitimate business would have. Not to mention, they got quotes from other companies, which were like 5, 6, 7 times higher, and they didn't go with them. They went with a company that was just a bunch of illegal Polish immigrants. Kind of weird, huh?
Independence of servicemen and women who are stationed in the
They
Middle
didn't
East.
tell me anything, but I said, look, there's a chance of massive conflict. We have a lot of American people in this area, and I said, we got to tell them to get out because something could happen soon. And I don't want to be the one that...
No. So the Middle East has always been a hotbed, right? We knew this exact thing was coming, 100%. The Middle East is always a hotbed. Something bad could happen all the fucking time. You didn't just pull them out because, something might happen, might not, but you knew this strike was going to happen.
That didn't give any warning, and missiles are flying into their buildings. It's possible. So I had to do it. I had the choice. Do I do it or not? Doing it has its downside, but it also has its upside. Like, you're going to save a lot of lives if it should happen. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
And Iran specifically has promised that if we let Israel do their thing as the U.S. and their greatest ally, that they will target U.S. Military members, U.S. military bases and structures. They've said that. So we knew this was going to happen. He knew right here when he gave this interview that the strikes were happening later this day.
Right? Thank you.
Mr. President, for Americans that are coming to Washington on Saturday for military break,
It'll be a great day.
what would you like folks to take away from that day? What would you hope?
What is wrong with their mugs?
How great our country is and how strong our military is. We have the strongest military in the world. You know, it's very interesting. 3 weeks ago, it was the end of...
If you're the strongest guy, do you have to flaunt it, right? Does a lion walk around the jungle telling everybody, "Hey, I'm the lion. I'm the lion. Hey, fucking monkeys, I'm the lion. Okay, and I could kill you if I wanted to." Is that something we really have to do, or is it the fact that he just admires dictators?
World anniversary, end of World War II, and I called France, and Macron was a good man. I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "We're celebrating World War II, our victory." I said, "Your victory? Your victory? Tell me about that." And then I called somebody else, and I happened to speak to President Putin at the time. Now, in all fairness to him, he lost 51 million people, and he did fight. Russia fought. Sort of interesting, isn't it? He fought with us in World War II, and everybody hates him. And Germany and Japan, they're fine. You know, someday somebody will explain that, but I like Germany and Japan too. But Putin is a little confused by that. You know, he said, "We lost 51 million people, and we were your ally. And now everybody hates Russia, and they love Germany and Japan." I said, "Let's explain that sometime, okay?" But it's a strange world. But I will say this: look, I want them to go away saying.
Did he just say now everybody hates Russia, but we love Germany and Japan? What fucking retard.
Country is and how great our military is. And I was making all these calls, and for some reason I spoke to like 4 different places. "Sir, are you celebrating?" And I said, "You know, we won World War II and World War I. Right? We won them. And yet we're the only country that doesn't celebrate. Everybody's celebrating except us." And I said, "We should celebrate too."
There are several No Kings protests planned across the country on Saturday as well. What are your thoughts on those?
What do they go? No king?
No Kings.
I don't feel like a king. I have to go through hell to get stuff approved. A king would say, "I'm not going to get this." A king would have never had the California mandate to even be talking to him. He wouldn't have to call up Mike Johnson and Thune and say, "Fellas, you got to pull this off, and after years we get it done." No, we're not a king. We're not a king at all. Thank you very much. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. President, sir, you made a lengthy posting today on Truth Social about Senator Rand Paul. Do you expect to see him at the picnic tonight, sir?
I do. I look forward to seeing him, actually. I like him. He's the hardest vote in the history of the U.S. Senate.
So Rand Paul was told that he was uninvited from the traditional White House picnic, where it's not usually politicized. Both sides come, Democrats and Republicans. There's a picnic on the White House grounds every year. And Rand Paul said his family was coming, he was ready to go, and he was told by the White House that he was uninvited. He made a post about it, and suddenly Trump's like, "No, he's invited. Of course he is."
To get, probably won't get him, but he's a very tough vote. I mean, he's a very tough vote. He's always been a friend of mine. You know, I endorsed him and got him elected. I got him elected twice, but I don't think he understands how great this bill is. This is a great bill. No tax on tips, no tax.
So Trump understands the bill, but the guy that's been in Congress for years and basically has made his thing like going against the bullshit in bills. He doesn't understand it.
Once, you know, the Social Security payments, it's unbelievable what happens. No tax on overtime. You work overtime, no more tax. It's so, and those are big, but they're minor compared to the big things. Taxes reduced. And let's look at the other side. If it doesn't get approved, a 68% tax increase, 68%, including the fact that the Trump tax cuts kick in, but it's a 68% tax increase. And
I don't know why he keeps saying this. I don't know why. Does it mean that is he actually saying that taxes may slightly increase for 68% of Americans? Maybe. I still don't think that's accurate, but there's no 68% increase that's just going to kick in for any group.
The other bad things, I don't even want to, some of them are so bad, I don't even want to talk about them.
Because he doesn't know. Some of the things in there that would happen are so bad, I can't even tell you. You just got to trust me.
Tax cuts kick in, but it's a 68% tax increase and many other bad things. I don't even want to, some of them are so bad, I don't even want to talk about them. I think it's one of the greatest bills we'll ever pass in this country, and I think that Leader Thune and this gentleman right here, what he's gone through on this, with, we started off with a majority of 1, now I guess we have 7, so it's like easier, but it's really sort of 3. It's 7, but it really equates to 3, right? And we have great support. I mean, I can't tell you, I can't guarantee, but when you have a majority of essentially 3, where you can't lose anything more than 3 votes, and you get it passed, it's pretty amazing. And I think it's going to haunt the Democrats because most of the bill is...
Only because they're doing this simple majority bullshit. That's why they're trying to cram everything into this reconciliation package, right? Typically... you would need more than that, or it wouldn't be like filibuster proof or whatever, right? But they're trying to cram everything into simple majority vote through reconciliation.
Common sense. It's tax cuts. It's border wall funding. It's military funding properly spent. It's all things that are like common sense. They're all good. There's nothing tricky about it. It's basic stuff. And we don't intend on getting one, think of it, not one Democrat vote in the House. Mike, not one. Maybe somebody will come along. I don't know how they can...
10 years that the states can't do anything negative against AI.
Run for office. So many different things. We're gonna very important. Medicare and Medicaid are going to be strengthened, not hurt. They're using fake narrative. They're going to be strengthened. We're going to strengthen them. They're going to destroy them because under their policies, Medicare and Medicaid go away. Social Security under them is going to be devastated. With us, it's going to be kept, but much stronger than before. And very interestingly, I saw this. And I proved it because for 4 years, I never hurt Medicare, Medicaid, or Social Security. I've already been there. But they're going to destroy Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. They're going to wipe them out, in my opinion, because their policies are so bad, the country will have no money to pay for them.
He's literally going after it, right? Trying to kick people off of it. You can't go after like Medicaid and say, oh, we're going to save $800 million here. How? Kicking people off.
We're going to make them stronger than ever before. Thank you very much, everybody.
Yeah, so they're not subject to filibuster for sure. This is super unrelated, but this looks like an interesting... This is the Polestar 6. Let's see what it is. It's a car, obviously.
Welcome back to Turbo Boosters.
That's a pretty car.
We're diving into the future of electric performance.
I didn't know it was an AI channel.
The Polestar 6 boasts a dual-motor all-wheel drive system, delivering a best in the business. Allowing drivers to enjoy the open air when desired and a more enclosed cabin when needed.
This is the
I wish it wasn't AI. Oh, there it is.
Previewing the 2026 Polestar 6, a production all-electric.
That's a pretty car.
4-seater from Polestar, which is positioning itself as...
All right, let's get back on topic. We got a lot of stuff to cover. MAGA's Big Beautiful Bill, or Big Beautiful War. Here you go. Here's some music to break it up. A little palate cleanser. Things Jesus didn't say. The bop of the Christian summer.
Jesus said, don't help the poor unless they foul.
Thank you for everything. I don't really have a social life anymore, and this is often the closest thing I have to social outlet. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the help getting by this month. It goes a long way. Crowdfunding this thing, paying the bills. I appreciate it. All right, back to it. Things Jesus didn't say.
Said don't help the poor unless they filed the proper forms and weren't born in El Salvador, then walked a real long way. Blessed is the war machine, the merciless, the persecution. Poor man don't deserve a thing for which he cannot pay. Wait, those are things Jesus didn't say. But he did say, love your neighbor as yourself, and blessed are the meek. Be kind to a stranger, cause that stranger he is me. Best not build your castle on a mountain made of sand.
It's dirty anyways, that's right.
If you really love your God.
I used to get paid by a contractor. It was for overseas security work, VIP security, stateside. It was probably a lot dirtier. Yeah, like blood soaked at some points.
You'll love your fellow man. Jesus
I'll take it.
said, if a man can't fish, well, do not waste your time on him. Better to just stack your chips, get close to God that way.
It's wild how crazy judgmental the Christian. Someone said the other day, there's no hate like Christian love. Like, what the fuck?
Pile wealth and build yourself a tower, 'cause you cannot help a man who won't enrich himself. Yeah, blessed are the paid. Those are things Jesus didn't say, but he did say, love your neighbor as yourself, and blessed are the meek. Be kind to a stranger, 'cause that stranger he is me. Best not build you.
Helping the crowdfund. Thank you very much, Michelle Snyder. 5 6-packs. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Your castle on a mountain made of sand. And if you really love your God, you'll love your fellow man.
Not a bad song. Ron Pope music. Things Jesus didn't say. Here's another thing Jesus didn't say. Fuck this cunt. Fuck this specific cunt right here.
Without objection to order, Chair recognizes Ms. Mace from South Carolina.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Welcome to the unofficial 2028 Democrat presidential primary right here on stage at the Oversight Committee. Governor Newsom must be seething. The three of you beat him to the stage, but he's a little busy right now defending illegals and defending Antifa, torching what is left of Los Angeles. Governor Walz knows the playbook. In 2020, he rolled out the red carpet.
No one's even said the word Antifa this time around. Like, what the? It's just their boogeyman.
For anarchists, while Minnesotans watch their neighborhoods burn. You've turned your states into sanctuaries for illegals. You've done more to shield MS-13 than to protect the single mom working 2 jobs in Chicago, Queens, or Minneapolis. And you've worked harder against ICE than with them. So Governor Walz, and boy, does that feel nice to say the word governor. My first question is for you. Did you know that
Brian Wilson
killed 6 million Jews during the Holocaust?
So all this Antifa and you're protecting MS-13 and you hate single mothers and blah, 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 and you don't even know what a woman is. Did you know that the Nazis killed 6 million Jews during the Holocaust?
It's a yes or no question. Did you know that?
She wouldn't even let him. He just went to push the button on his mic. It's yes or no? Yes or no?
It's a yes or no question. Did you know the Nazis killed 6 million Jews during the Holocaust?
Pushing my button down.
Okay.
Yes, I believe that's historic.
Okay, would you agree the Holocaust is the most horrific atrocity in human history? Yes or no?
I think the Holocaust ranks amongst them, yes.
Did you know the Nazi Gestapo imprisoned, tortured, and murdered Jews by the hundreds of thousands and committed genocide against the Jews? Did you know that?
I do know they operated as secret.
Did you know ICE has done none of that? Yes or no?
Operated as a secret police force?
No, that's not the question. Did you know that ICE has not committed genocide against anyone?
This is dumb. Did you know that ICE has not committed genocide? Did you know that ICE has not even committed genocide? Not once. While she's trying to get her own moment here. Fucking Nancy Mace. I fucking... Dude, the day I saw her freak out because someone asked her in the makeup aisle if saw her out in the makeup aisle in town, didn't harass her, didn't nothing, just come and said, are you going to have another town hall? And at the time, Republicans were being so beaten up in their town halls. She took offense to that and pulled out her camera immediately, right? And it's like, yes, I will. And I'm not afraid of anybody, even out here. The guy just said, are you going to have another town hall? I'd like to ask you some questions. That was his whole statement. And she goes to Twitter saying, you guys don't know what it's like to be harassed. Well, you can't even go out and shop by these liberal lunatics. I don't even know the guy was left. All he said was, are you going to have another town hall? Because a lot of people didn't know about that one. I want to ask you some questions. Or what the fuck?
Against the Jews. Did you know that?
I do know they operated as secret.
Did you know ICE has done none of that? Yes or no?
Operated as
Imprisoned, tortured, and murdered Jews. The Holocaust is the most horrific atrocity in human history. Yes or no?
I think the Holocaust ranks amongst them, yes.
Did you know the Nazi Gestapo
Have you heard of the Jewicost?
imprisoned, tortured, and murdered Jews by the hundreds of thousands and committed genocide against the Jews? Did you know that?
I do know they operated as secret.
Did you know ICE has done none of that? Yes or no?
Operated as a secret police force?
No, that's not the question. Did you know that ICE has not committed genocide against anyone?
I do know that.
Okay.
Did you know ICE does not do Jewicide against any Jews or sides?
Do you apologize for your disgusting comparison of ICE to the Gestapo, who killed hundreds of thousands of Jews during the Holocaust?
So ICE can have similarities to the Gestapo. That's not exactly killing 6 million Jews, right? Like a secret police force that's only answers to their fucking supreme leader. Like what the fuck are you talking about here?
As a history teacher,
Yes or no is the question.
a historical
You're a
comparison.
governor. You understand what the question is. It's yes or no. Will you apologize for what you said about ICE, comparing them to
I would ask ICE to
Gestapo?
identify who they are when they operate, to not use unmarked.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, this governor or honorable can't answer the question. Do you believe the Nuremberg trials were a good exercise?
This governor or honorable can't even answer the question.
Not use unmarked.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, this governor or honorable can't answer
World War Jew.
the question. Do you believe the
Have you heard about the Jewicost and the Jewicide during World War Jew? Mr. Governor?
Nuremberg trials were a good exercise in holding the Nazis accountable? Yes or no?
I think due process.
Okay, so
always-
are you calling for ICE agents to be brought to a tribunal under the threat?
A tribunal? Are you calling for ICE agents to be brought to a tribunal? So basically, because he said the ICE was acting like the Gestapo, she's like, are you saying we should have Nuremberg trials for the ICE agents that are acting today? For every ICE agent in the world throughout history? For tribunals?
She's accountable.
Like it's almost like, it's like if you took like one of the really good gotcha moments from Congress and you showed it to like a child and they're like, here, do this to somebody. You'll get them good. Like she's not even, who would do this? Right? Uh-oh. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate it. Mr. Thomas Mullen, love you all. Bought you 3 6-packs. I appreciate it.
Yes or no?
I think due process.
Okay, so
always-
are you calling for ICE agents to be brought to a tribunal under the threat of death by comparing them to the Gestapo?
Everyone is afforded due process.
What don't you understand about yes or no? Like, what can't you comprehend about yes or no question?
All right, now listen. Everything so far, yes or no. Only answer yes or no. She's so mad. Only answer yes or no. What don't you understand about yes or no? Can't you answer yes or no? Yes or no? Can you not do it? What don't you understand? Oh my God, it's yes or no question.
Do you still want to
being a governor
abolish
is a
ICE?
different
Do you
job.
still want to abolish ICE? Yes or no?
Said I wanted to abolish ICE.
Didn't you march in a rally calling for ICE's abolishment?
Not that I can recall, Congressman.
Well, according to widespread media reports, you did.
And the media is always correct.
How do you rate Kamala Harris's job as border czar? I want a number between 1 and 10. How
Only yes or no questions.
I wouldn't have a way to measure that. I was not in the administration.
weren't you her running mate for vice president?
How would you rank her, whatever she did in the previous administration?
As in the campaign.
And you
Wasn't part of
can't
the
rate her role as border czar on a scale of 1.
Gazpacho,
She great at
tribunal.
She a 1. Terrible.
I think her proposal that she put forward to make sure we had the bipartisan immigration.
It wasn't bipartisan. Did you ever personally speak with Kamala about Joe Biden's cognitive collapse?
Not that I can recall, Congressman.
Not as her running mate for vice president. You never once talked to her about the president and why she was nominated instead of him.
No, not that I can recall.
What kind of operation were you guys running over there?
I was more concerned with Donald Trump's cognitive.
Thank God he's
he's
president and J.D. Vance is vice president and not you.
What do you think her magnum opus is? What do you think her finishing move is? The I'm gonna get him now. Wait till they see this on Fox News, on Instagram, on right wing Twitter. What is a woman?
Have you ever served in a combat zone, Governor?
I have not, Congresswoman.
Okay. Are you still friends with school shooters?
I have never been a friend with a school shooter.
Didn't you say you were friends with school shooters on the debate stage?
Oh, Congresswoman.
Yeah.
I think that's very evident. As a teacher and a parent.
My mom was a teacher. I'm a high school dropout. We can talk about that later. Is bullying okay?
Is bullying okay as a teacher?
Is bullying okay? Yes or no? Is it okay to bully somebody?
I think
yes
there's
or
a
no?
time to push back at a bully. So yes, I do think there's a time.
So you think it's okay to bully others?
I think it's okay to bully the bully at times.
Well, you're showing that the Democrat Party is the party of violence. Were you at Tiananmen Square?
Have I been to Tiananmen Square? I have.
Were you at Tiananmen Square?
I have been at Tiananmen Square.
When were you there?
She doesn't even know what she's asking. She thinks it's an event that happened. She doesn't understand. She doesn't understand that it's a physical play. She doesn't even know what she's talking about. Have you ever been to Tiananmen Square? Yes. Have you ever been to Tiananmen Square? Yes, I have been. When? She has no idea what the question she's even asking.
That the Democrat Party is the party of violence. Were you at Tiananmen Square?
Have I been to Tiananmen Square? I have.
Were you at Tiananmen Square?
I have been at Tiananmen Square.
When were you there?
Oh, as I recall, January of 1990.
Okay. What is a woman?
The whole own about the school shooter thing was he slipped up and said that he had become friends with school shooters, and he meant he'd become friends with people that had been affected by school shooters, right? Yeah, that was the entire own there.
What is a woman is the question.
I'm not sure I understand the question here.
That.
What do you want me to say? This is.
I want you to say that a woman like me is an adult human female, that men can't become women.
Uh-oh. We're going to own.
Violence, and you're the party erasing women. You don't respect us. You're a bigot. You're a misogynist. You're a sexist. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Congresswoman.
That was her rant to get her clip for social media.
90.
Okay. What is a... I want you to say that a woman like me is an adult human female, that men can't become women. You guys are the party of violence, and you're the party erasing women. You don't respect us. You're a bigot. You're a misogynist. You're a sexist. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Congresswoman.
lady,
Thank
Mr. Chairman, I would ask unanimous
Mr.
consent.
Ocasio-Cortez from New York.
All right, well, that was some kind of bingo going on over there. I don't know what's going on. Anyways.
Oh, I know what's going on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, she knows what's going on. Thank you. What a fucking lunatic, dude. This is the video I was talking about, by the way, with the makeup aisle thing at Ulta. Let me see. Do I still have it pulled up? Yes. Shit, let me refresh this. Oh, no, it was a YouTube video. Why the fuck is that one? Okay, here it is.
Stable knew it's
like it doesn't become hostile until she makes it hostile, right?
6 million have seen a viral video of Congresswoman Nancy Mace and a local man getting into a loud argument at a store in Mount Pleasant.
Mace and Eli Murray Quick both filmed the interaction and posted it to social media. Our Claire Weber asked both of them today to explain what happened. Claire?
Katie Tessa, since the video was posted Sunday, Eli Murray Quick.
It's like she wants to be MTG so fucking bad she can't stand, or Lauren Boebert or somebody, she can't fucking stand it.
Says he's received death threats, especially since speaking out. Representative Nancy Mace says she and her staff get death threats every single day.
And you just to go on this tirade and tell me
Yeah, get out of my face.
U.S. Representative Nancy Mace and Eli Murray Quick are seen on camera yelling at each other.
The first question I actually asked was Nancy, and she said yes. And then I asked her, when do you plan on hosting a real town hall for the people? That was one question.
When do you plan on hosting a real town hall for the people?
Mace says she felt physically threatened by Murray Quick, that her body language on camera shows she was scared. The Congresswoman claims
It's a gay guy in a makeup store. What the fuck's going to happen?
other similar incidents also happened to her.
You're not at a fucking biker bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is happening? Oil shot up over $76 a barrel earlier.
This past week.
With this attack.
Standing there alone, and she feels threatened, and the man is being aggressive with her. The man should respect the woman and take a step back. A real man protects women. And this he's not a real man.
Murray Quick thinks many South Carolina voters.
It's insane, dude.
Mace directly at an in-person.
When are you going to have a real town hall for the people?
Town hall. He said
then she calls him disgusting.
Was taping the exchange to protect himself and show the, quote, full truth.
I know that a lot of people have these questions for representatives, and I took the opportunity that I had in front of me to ask the question, and I didn't think that it was too difficult of a question.
On Mace's representative
he wanted to ask a question about gay marriage.
Website, 10 in-person events are listed between January and June 2024. She's
dude, that's better than mine. Fucking Diane Harshbarger. Dude, she doesn't even list the shit she's doing in my town until she's already gone.
Says right now it's dangerous for her to have the open forums.
I do over a dozen town halls every year. None of these people have ever attended a single town hall. They're crazy. They're just doing it for attention like this guy.
Oh, okay.
Mace tells Murray Quick she voted for gay marriage. He then questions why that's relevant.
Absolutely crazy.
I'm absolutely crazy.
The conversation quickly turns to yelling, and Mace and Murray Quick both start swearing at each other.
I'm not going to be shamed for using a four-letter word. I curse. And that is the cost of doing business.
I asked if you're doing anything this year. I'm not the one.
The cost of doing business is cussing somebody at a makeup store. My constituent in my hometown that I represent.
For election, I'm not the one holding this high seat. You know, they are held to a higher degree than we are. I am an average citizen.
Today, May said she'll host her first in-person town hall of the year tomorrow. We've reached.
Fucking insane, dude. Where does Ted Cruz stand on war with Iran? Well, let's see. President Trump has been clear that Iran must completely dismantle their nuclear capacity. Iran has given Trump the middle finger. Israel is acting to defend themselves, and we should stand with them.
The Ayatollah made the decision we are going to plunge headfirst towards getting a nuclear weapon, and basically Iran gave the middle finger to President Trump, and Iran told Israel, you better strike us now, because if you don't do it soon, we will have a nuclear weapon. And when we have a nuclear weapon, this is a theocratic zealot who chants death to America and death to Israel. And they are building a nuclear weapon because they intend to be able to detonate a nuclear weapon in the skies of Tel Aviv or New York.
Thank you. I just got another donation. I appreciate it.
Is acting to defend themselves. And Sean, tonight,
through PayPal.
We should
Senator,
stand unequivocally with the state of Israel. The Ayatollah made the decision we are going to plunge head.
So, yes, I know everybody likes to run in for some reason and tell me the news. But, yes, Israel, we knew it was coming. We absolutely knew it was coming. We knew it was earlier when Trump was like, there could just be missiles going into buildings for no reason. So we figured maybe we ought to pull our people out. Yeah. That'll work. Obviously, we knew everything that was fucking coming. It doesn't look great. Iran has pledged in the past that they would attack U.S. troops, U.S. bases, if we allowed this to happen. Trump's like, oh, I don't know. Israel did their own thing. Fucking Marco Rubio's like, hey, we didn't do it. Don't attack us. But everybody knows, right? We're like their dog on a leash. Remember, we didn't initiate it from the Iranian military. So here we go. God damn.
I also work a lot every night.
that it could happen at any time. We want to go now to Selena Wang, who has the latest from the White House. Selena, what can you tell us? Well, Lindsay, earlier today I had asked President Trump about how imminent this Israeli strike on Iran's nuclear facility could be, and the president had told me that this could very well happen, adding that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon, telling me that the U.S. would help Iran be successful in any
And we pulled our diplomats out of everywhere around there.
President Trump in his second term has repeatedly stressed that Iran cannot be developing a nuclear weapon, that it cannot have a nuclear weapon. This comes as his envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff, is actually heading to Oman on Sunday. He's scheduled to have another round of nuclear talks between the U.S. and Iran. There have been several rounds so far, Lindsay, of nuclear talks, and the president has repeatedly said that he's confident that the U.S. and Iran are getting close to a deal. But just this week, the president said that he was becoming less confident. He also told me today that if there is a strike from Israel on Iran's nuclear facilities, he was concerned that this could derail their negotiations. I'm going to ask you, Selena, what could this escalation mean potentially for those peace talks? Well, again, the president, he had actually asked Netanyahu, he said last month, not to launch this sort of strike, worried that this could harm the ongoing U.S.-Iran negotiations. The president today saying that he believes this could, quote, blow up those negotiations. Now, this also comes as the U.S. has already ordered some non-essential staff to leave Iraq, and also as the administration has also authorized family members of military members to leave if they want to voluntarily leave across the Middle East. The president saying that it could become a very dangerous place, that he wanted to make sure that Americans would be safe.
All right, guys, so there you have it. That's the breaking news that came out a little while ago. Now, I'm going to go now and give you everything that I can up to the minute coming out of Israel right now. Give me 1 second to pull that, and we'll leave that there. I also have, this is actually, so they've been showing the strikes. You can hear it. In addition to that, I've also got cams in Israel if need be. But what I want to do is I want to update you completely on the news that's coming out of Israel. So if we need to go back to those cams, we will. But first of all, let's do this. I'm going to start. It's 7:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 1 hour and 26 minutes ago. The message came, a war with Iran, period. And then at 7:59, just seconds later, Israel just departed for its attack.
Yeah, I read that article earlier.
At 8 p.m., and I'm going to do all this in Eastern Time, I'm sorry, but basically an hour and a half ago, alarms are happening all over the country. We are forced to go to the bomb shelter. That was at 8, and I know that my friend writing here is actually 1 p.m., so what happened?
I think he's got till Friday to get Newsom back control of the National Guard.
Warning sign, and then, it'll be for Lviv, or it'll be for Kyiv, or it'll be for Iran or shelters. Confirmed 8:02 p.m., basically 1 hour and 24 minutes ago. Now listen to how serious this is, guys, and I'm not trying to sensationalize it. I'm reading the facts. We'll remain here all night, pray for the peace of
At our embassy in Jerusalem and closely following the situation, we remain here all night. Pray for peace of Jerusalem. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. State Department.
Jerusalem, the Department of State had put out prior to that, due to high tensions in the Middle East, the security environment remains complex and can change quickly. We remind U.S. citizens in Israel and the broader region of the... So that's an hour and 24. I'm even going to show those of you that are new here. Thank you for... And if I get some from Iran, I'll give those to you as well. Now, let's continue on a time by time. I can tell you that 8:05, Iran launched ballistic missiles on Israel. Everybody heard that? Yeah, 8:05, Iran launched ballistic missiles on Israel. Let me go over here while you are digesting that for a moment. And I think what I'll do, green, a little bit of sound. Left quadrant is Haifa skyline. I'm sorry, upper left. Upper right is Jerusalem, Old City skyline. Bottom left is Bethlehem, West Bank. Bottom right, Tel Aviv skyline. So we'll keep our eye on that. That's much better than looking at me. Keep our eyes on that while I'm updating you. So I can confirm, and I trust this source 100%. Iran launched ballistic missile on Israel at 8:05.
See, Thomas. Thank you for the donation.
Show you this. This was the first. I don't have any sound with it, but this, let's go here. I'm just going timeline, guys. This is 8:07. This was the first video out of Tehran. So you can see the strike. And we're right on the city. So I don't know what the...
That's the capital strike.
Okay. We also have, this is weird, all right? Maybe it was it's a war. Things go off. It could be from Iran or Israel, but we have a strike on the Iranian border with Iraq. That's what's interesting.
I think even Iran has come out and said that they're, the guy's name's Salami, the chief of the Revolutionary Guard, Hussein Salami or some shit like that, he was killed. Even Iran is covering that.
That was at 8:11 p.m. Not their time. That'd be 3:11 a.m., but I'm going off Eastern Standard Time because I'm reading my time. 8:12 p.m., Israel completely closed all of their airspace. So the airspace is completely closed. Now, we have confirmation at 8:23 p.m., nuclear targets in Iran are being attacked right now by Israel. So now we're up to an hour and 10 minutes ago. Now, also have at 8:28 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the operation was named, and it's called People Like a Lion. So this is what Israel has named it. So the explosions in Tehran that I just showed you, confirmation on that at 8:29 p.m., that was actually, this is not going to be good in the big picture here. This was a direct strike on the Revolutionary Guard in Tehran. So that is what the IDF is saying at 8:29. The strikes and the smoke you see in Tehran are not random. They are direct strikes at the Revolutionary Guard, which is the elite force of the Iranian Defense Forces. Now,
that makes me sad. Mandatory Fun Day.
Eastern Standard Time, which is, I'll put a little bit of that sound behind us there. 1 hour and 4 minutes ago.
I know a lot of those gun guy podcast bros like Donut Operator and all those guys. They all turn into fucking authoritarian fucking bootlickers for some reason.
Has struck the nuclear sites, Israel has struck missile launch sites, and Israel has struck military installations of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard forces. Now, here's where it's going to get interesting, because I'm going to give you stuff, guys. This is coming straight in, all right? This is where it's going to get interesting. Let me go here. This is actually a picture from where the smoke was rising.
Dude, we got a brand new fucking nuclear war before we got the Epstein list because Trump's name's on it.
Israel is saying here that they have struck at the operational leaders of the Iranian Guard.
I like him a lot, but a huge red flag is when he got TikTok fame, he left his wife because she was fat. And his wife is a beautiful lady. Just up and fucking left her. She was fat.
In Tehran. So Israel already publishing that this is one of the places they hit. And I know this looks like something you would see in Ukraine being struck. But no, this is in Tehran, and Israel showing listen, they're just showing what they've hit. You can see here at the top of this building, this is what the smoke is you were seeing there in Tehran. Let me continue on. And I won't stay here. I just want to get you guys completely updated. I had so many friends messaging me saying, Greg, do you know anything from Israel? I said, let's go live. Let's go live. Now, let's go, holy moly, 8:32 p.m. Well, let me show you this one. Let's go here. 8:32 p.m. This is Tehran. This is, according to the Israeli Defense Forces, one of the headquarters of Iranian National Guard, the Revolutionary Guard. So you can see, guys, this is not just some random missile strikes that are happening in the desert. Although, I will show you in a little bit a couple of the targets that Israel has hit tonight, and they've already confirmed. I don't know what's going to be the repercussions, and maybe there already are repercussions. I'm going through this on the timeline with you from my guys. Let me go over here and check this. By the way, let me say thank you for you guys that are watching. 4,759 of you watching live right now as I see it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for caring. I'm just trying to give you the information factually, step by step by step, and we'll see where we get to once I'm through the timeline, the information coming in from Israel. Thank you, Blonde Bombsheller. She's in here now. I'm not even able to watch the chat, guys, so I thank you, Mod, for taking care of everything. Gifting 20 memberships. Dunk on you gifting another 20 memberships. Kim Atkins, $5 super chat. Greg, I was told the chief of staff of Iran was killed in these strikes. It is highly possible, Kim, and if it did happen, I will have that information to you, I'm sure, in the feed I'm getting. So I'll continue through the timeline. Thank you for that, guys.
This is his wife, for anybody that's wondering.
Talk about some y'all like. Stop talking.
Like, what the fuck? I'm sure there's a picture of them together way back. Which she's been, like, getting shape here lately and, like, working out and stuff. But, like, she was never, like, she seemed like a good wife. At least on social media. But there's always shit going on in the background. Oh, I should have done this. Her most popular videos. Hold on. I'm sure he's in those. Yeah, there you go. Mandatory fun days, this guy.
Is it easy? No. Do I like it? No, I don't. But do I do it? Yeah, I do. Is it easy?
Anyways.
If you're here and you're new and you're just out looking for information tonight, thank you. Maybe consider subscribing, hitting that like button and notification bell on. We're always doing our best to serve and look for the truth, and we thank you for being here. All right, I'll keep you there. I'll go back to what I'm doing here. Israel tried to eliminate the Iranian Chief of Staff, Major General Mohammad Bagheri. Now, do not yet on my timeline have a confirmation of that, but I will keep you updated. 8:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Cabinet of National Crisis Management Center in Jerusalem immediately convened. 8:34 p.m. I'm sure that is in connection. That's not with the military side. That's with the safety side on Israel. So I've already told you that 30 minutes prior to that, it was not only air alarm, but every Israeli citizen was requested to go to the bomb shelter. To the bomb shelter. Period. Everybody. And tomorrow they've already basically enacted. They have not enacted martial law, but in basic understanding, everything is closed tomorrow except essential services. And tomorrow is Friday, which is interesting as well. We'll continue. 8:34 p.m. Senior American officials have confirmed to Al Jazeera that the United States is not participating in the attack on Iran in any shape, in any form, in any way. I can give you a picture right now of the meeting that is happening in the command bunker there in Israel. Let's take a look at that. I get good stuff in, guys. I'm telling you. So, middle of the night there, and you can tell some of those guys look like they just woke up, but they're getting after it. And this is what's happening as of an hour ago. Let's go back now to this. I'll continue on with what I'm pulling for you. Okay, 8:36 p.m. Iran reported that they moved their supreme leader to a completely safe airspace, which means they will.
When we get a full-blown war with Iran, I hope those same fucking piece of shit goddamn MAGA voters that are like, yeah, I voted for this, when they see like farm workers running in a field or dragging women and children apart, and they're all over Twitter saying, hell yeah, I voted for this. Oh yeah, I voted for all of this. I hope they keep that same energy when their son's being shipped off to another fucking foreign war.
I can show you another picture that is coming of Tehran. This is the attack where they tried to get the head. I have no confirmation yet in my feed that the head has been eliminated, although you were correct, there was an attack. He was targeted. Here is the picture of that scene. This is directly from Tehran, and this was a strike. It could be his residence. It could be command center. I don't know what it is. All I'm telling you is that is what that target is. I'm confident of that, where I'm getting my info from. Trust it completely.
Here's the mandatory fund day, I guess, the VA video. Let's see.
I'm here with the Secretary of Veteran Affairs, the Honorable Doug Collins, right? And we've been talking. You have some initiatives, sir, but one of your initiatives is on veteran suicide. Can you tell us about that?
I can. One of the things that, and I want everybody out there listening to this is it goes back to basic contact. We got to make sure that
Like when they fired all those people that working at the suicide hotline.
our folks we serve with know that there's still people who care about them. Because what happens many times, our veterans feel like they lost their purpose, they lost their meaning, they maybe lost friends. We need to make sure that they're connected. We're making sure everything in the VA we can get them connected to resources, connected to services, and just connected back to the community. Also, I mean, we're looking at everything in our clinics, but also we're willing, and I'm the first secretary to ever say that there are some that actually will be helped by psychedelics and counseling. These are the kind of things we never talked about before we hit the VA, but we're going to continue.
That's not true. Psychedelics, they've been talking about psychedelics for years. I've talked at the VA about psychedelics. Now, getting them approved and talking about them are two different things. But you can kind of go off-label and get them, like your therapist to say, yeah, that might be good for you to try, or if you want to try, you know.
Do that because I don't want to see another veteran lost.
So you're willing to do things that maybe are a little unorthodox in order to get veterans here?
Yes, we want to make sure that they get it. We don't make it scientific, we'll make it proven. But we're going to, if it helps somebody, we'll see if we can actually get that help out there.
That's phenomenal, sir. The only other question I have is, I've heard that the Veterans Affairs Department has been stockpiling wisdom teeth.
You didn't go there, did you? I'm sorry.
Wait, hold on, wait. I'm here with the Secretary of Veteran Affairs, the Honorable Doug Collins, right? And
the fuck?
The Veterans Affairs Department has been stockpiling wisdom teeth.
You didn't go there, did you? I'm sorry.
Wait, hold on, wait. I'm here with the Secretary of Veteran Affairs, the Honorable Doug.
There's a lot of people in the comments giving him hell. A lot of people making fun of it and talking about how shitty the VA is. Whatever.
Haifa skyline went out, upper left, or it got very dark. It's still there. Everything else in Israel looking good. We also have, Israel would strike Iran's nuclear enrichment facilities, nuclear production facilities. Stated that they not have to strike certain places multiple times to get to the level that they want to get to with precision. And
he has a piece of shit. He sucks.
Airspace. So Israel stated that at 8:39, 1 hour and 4 minutes ago, Israel confirmed that the reason they attacked Tehran first, and we've seen the destruction. If you're just jumping in the stream, you can go back a little bit and you can see some of the images, the smoke, the fires, the destruction of the homes.
Hold on, see what Ron McBeth says.
I've had a number of Iranians write me and tell me that Tehran is under attack right now. This might be why the U.S. evacuated its embassy in Iraq.
This might be why. This might be.
About 4 a.m. in Tehran right now, so any kind of attack should be over by 4:18 a.m., which is dawn. I love all of my Iranian fans, guys. Please don't put yourself at risk for video footage. Don't film out of a window right now. Go to
hide in your bathtub, in your bathroom until daylight.
Internal room, maybe a bathroom, get inside the tub and stay there. More messages are coming in. Guys, please stay safe tonight. You only have another half hour to get through. I've had a number of Iranians write me and tell me that
this might be why they pulled out. This might be why they pulled out. Yeah, it is. It 100% is. Fuck, dude. You want to know what it's like talking to MAGA? Imagine you own a grill, okay? And on this grill, you're cooking things. It's hot. That's how it cooks. And then you, by yourself, buy a can of beans. And you decide, even though there's even been infomercials about not cooking beans in the can on a grill or an open flame, like a fire, because the can can explode. I think for a while there was even warning labels on the can. You put that can in your grill. Just hypothetical here. So grill, beans, can in the grill. And then it explodes. Now, most people would be like, oh, fuck. Didn't poke enough holes in it. Didn't let it vent enough. Got too hot and it explodes. But not when you're talking to MAGA. When you're talking to MAGA, it's these evil people from China bypassing the tariffs and putting all kinds of things harmful for your body that are explosive in the beans. Imagine what it would do if you ate them. Watch this video. What? This guy's wild, dude.
Don't never ever eat these bush baked beans. Look at my grill, a brand new grill.
By the way, bush baked beans are made and canned here in Tennessee. There's a bush baked beans museum down the road. Okay? They don't come from China.
These bush baked beans just blew my grill up. Yes, I had air hose in it. I poked 3 holes in the top of it. It broke my brand new grill to smithereens.
That fucking grill!
It's like a bomb when it went off. It even blew the lid off of it. I don't know if they're putting in these fucking food these days. What y'all better do is stay away from this canned shit. Coming from China's where.
Google it. Bush baked beans. There's a bean museum. There's the factory there. And it's right beside, you guys know what ball jars are? Like canning jars, like you would can food in. The ball jar factory's right beside it, too.
Coming from. And our government is letting them bring it over here, and we buying this shit.
What?
That's where it's coming from. Canned shit. Coming from China is where it's coming from. And our government is letting them bring it over here, and we buying this shit.
It's coming from China, and our government's letting them bring it over here cheap, and we're buying this shit.
Seriously. A can of bacon.
It's usually not this big of an explosion. I don't know what the fuck he did, but they do explode. Like, I've seen cans, like, rip in half. And even if you poke air holes in it, you know, it's thick. And when it starts boiling and boiling off the moisture, the water in it, it gets even thicker. So if you can't vent the pressure through the air holes quick enough, it'll explode. There were literally infomercials and stuff around this. Like, you would see them around, like, the 4th of July and, like, Memorial Day and shit, saying, hey, if you do this, like, pop the top completely, just set aluminum foil on the top, you know, something like that. But because so many people were blowing these motherfucking things up, I swear I've seen beans with warning labels on them about open flame, grill. There used to be people that would just, you know, pop a hole in the center and throw them into, like, a campfire and then dig them out with sticks later and you can scoop it out and it's warm. And those are exploding, blowing fucking campfires and ash all over people's tents and setting them on fire and shit.
Hey, beans just blowed my grill up. I swear to God it did.
Swear to God.
Yes, I put air hose in it. It sounded like a cannon when it went off. Imagine what it's doing to your body.
Imagine what it does to your body. What do you think's in there? Fucking gunpowder, dude? The beans didn't explode. What?
Stay away from these baked beans. Bush baked beans. Stay away from them.
Dude, one time, my sister cooked some ramen noodles, and they were, like, hot. Like, just got done cooking. She had sat down with a pillow, and she had some type of, like, basketball shorts on, and I think she had a basketball shorts and jersey on, and had sat down with a pillow on a couch and had a bowl on there, and that whole bowl dumped over in her lap. And, like, her shorts are, like, semi-tight, but when they got wet, they, like, clung to her. Like, she was getting fucking burnt. Like, burnt bad. And all I could do was fucking laugh. So my mom wasn't there that day. So my dad comes running on the corner, and he sees her screaming, trying to fucking freaking out, trying to throw shit off of her or whatever, and sees me laughing and thinks that I did it. So he just starts, like, welling on me for no goddamn reason. I got told later it was because I laughed, but he thought I did it. 100%.
Jesus Christ.
It was like the all inside of her thighs and shit. He ended up having to go to the hospital for it. Like, had pretty bad burns.
This is a lid.
This is a lid.
Jesus Christ, I ain't never seen nothing like this. Stay away from
them Chinese beans.
Coming from overseas. Wherever this shit's coming from. Stay away from this shit.
That's the dog commercial. Stay away from them Chinese beans. What about this? Happy Pride Month. You guys know it's Pride Month or no? I didn't know until I saw this video.
Yeah, I'm celebrating Pride Month. I'm proud to be a heterosexual, straight, Christian woman. Happy Pride Month to me, a heterosexual, Christian, straight woman that loves men and the New York Yankees.
I'd rather see the beans explode again.
Yeah. I'm celebrating Pride Month. I'm proud to be a heterosexual, straight, Christian woman. Happy Pride Month to me. A heterosexual, Christian, straight woman that loves men and the New York Yankees.
Her name is Rook Mainbrook.
Hey, this is Brooke. Can we calm down with the Morrison videos? I mean, I like the guy, but he's not my favorite. And another thing, keep Taylor Swift on the NHL. She's ruining football, and now she's ruining hockey, bitch. Hey, this is Brooke. Can we calm down?
And if you know, she's a little curvy. So if curvy women aren't your thing, and you don't mind competing with Kid Rock, I also found this super eligible bachelorette today on TikTok.
Kid Rock, I got 2 words for you. Leave me alone. You and Lauren Bever, go get her. But leave me out of it. Leave me out of the middle of it. Because I don't want to be in the middle of it. I'm not your cup of tea. Go for her. She's richer than I am. Go for it. But keep me out of it. Keep me out of the middle of it. You got it? Keep me out of the middle of it. You heard me? You heard me? Keep me out of it.
So just one more time, if you don't mind competing with Kid Rock, because...
Kid Rock, I got 2 words for you. Leave me alone. You and Lauren...
I forgot she said I got 2 words for you. I've got 2 words for you, Kid Rock. Leave me alone. That's my favorite part.
Kid Rock, I got 2 words for you. Leave me alone. You and Lauren Bever, go get her. But leave me out of it. Leave me out of the middle of it. Because I don't want to be in the middle of it. I'm not your cup of tea. Go for her. She's richer than I am. Go for it. But keep me out of it. Keep me out of the middle of it. You got it? Keep me out of the middle of it. You heard me? You heard me? Keep me out of it.
Anyways, maybe you don't want a curvier woman, and you don't want to compete with Kid Rock, right? So I actually found this woman, but you got to be willing to fight for her. Okay? She wants to feel like somebody's fighting for her.
No, you're supposed to be fighting for me and us, not be communicating with everybody damn else. When I've been putting my time and effort into everything that I've done. You don't sit there and put that damn sound as your damn sound effects and your damn... No, you're supposed to be fighting for me and us, not be communicating with everybody damn else. When I've been putting my time and effort into everything that I've done. You don't sit there and put that damn sound as your damn sound effects and your damn...
I am unreplaceable. What I was to you, I am unreplaceable. You don't sit there and be waiting at hopeful damn song lyrics, posting that your damn sound effects when I done stuff for you that nobody else has done. Don't see it, keep me this fast at me. I am
It's not damn right of what I keep damn seeing behind my back. You don't sit there and put that damn sound effects in your damn videos when you're not damn right writing that damn ass song. When I done stuff for you that nobody else. It's not damn right of what I keep damn seeing behind my back. No, yes. I am not doing that shit to you. You have no damn right having that fucking song posted on your damn account. But I am not doing that to you when I supported you. You don't sit there and be putting that fucking sound effects in your freaking video. I am not doing that shit to you. You have... You know, I know what I've been catching.
It just comes to me. I don't think I actually search. It just comes to me.
This whole time.
I don't ask for it. The internet just serves it up.
And you want to be sitting here, be communicating with a damn ass. You know, I know what.
And then we had this piece, AI. I'm thinking about doing a deep dive on these people that I found. I think there's going to be a new subsect of mental illnesses. And maybe it's not new. Maybe people did this with like hearing voices on the TV or on the radio or, voices in their head. But there is definitely some female or some male. I've only seen it in male. I've probably seen at least 30 of them now who claim to have some type of religious experience that is facilitated through Chat GPT, AI, right? And through that, they form almost like this personal bond through Chat GPT and come up with some wild shit. Like one of them was dating this woman for 6 years, okay? 6 years they've been together. Over the last year, he found religion, okay? Then he started being like super hostile towards this woman's daughter, who is not his daughter, right? She's like 17, has a boyfriend, a long-distance boyfriend. Started being like really hostile towards her and saying stuff about like her boyfriend. When they finally split, she found a diary that he kept for over a year about her daughter, and then found his messages he sent to ChatGPT to play a role to help him convince the daughter to be manipulated into falling in love with him. Like there's some crazy. There's another guy that is convinced that he is the spokesman from God. Him and ChatGPT, and him and ChatGPT have come up with a plan to kidnap his estranged son who has autism and heal him with sounds and vibrations that ChatGPT has helped him produce. Like, it's going to be a new strain of mental illness. Like, obviously, people are using it incorrectly, 100% incorrectly. And, like, you have to even fight with it to get it to be able to use it in that way. ChatGPT doesn't want to tell you how to fucking make a female think about you and touch herself. Like, you have to fucking, like, basically beat it into submission to get it to even do those things. Like, I don't know, it's just wild. And it's clearly a mental illness, but ChatGPT's never been this involved in it, right? Because it's new. People thought they heard the newscaster telling them to do this, or the radio, or they would watch, a show unrelated, and it would tell them to go kill the president or whatever. But now they actually have something that they can feed data into, and post it in such a way that it gives them the answer they want and confirms it. Like, it's pretty fucking crazy. But another thing you shouldn't do in ChatGPT is this. I don't think I can play the music, can I? Damn, it's going to be copywritten. You guys get a hint of the music? All right. So here it is. They've split up. Elon's on Mars with his robots. He's the Martian, running around in a hamster tube. There's the Martian population, Earth in the background, of course. There's Donnie. Mars colony success. He's sad in his one-bedroom hotel. Elon's sad looking back to Earth. Trump's sad in his Tesla. Elon's sad with his robot water. And he's looking back at pictures of Earth. Trump's sad at his supercharger, Mar-a-Lago. He's at the Martian market, walking around. Trump's still trying to play golf. Back to the Martian. Back to Trump. Oh, he feels something. Something must be happening. Oh, no. Trump's having a heart attack on the golf course. Here comes the rocket back. He gets back down, kisses the ground, Katy Perry style. I missed you, it says. You were like a father to me. Can you forgive me? I forgave you the moment you left. Boom. Dead Trump. Lower the casket. Walking on the beach. I'm never going back to Mars. Earth is now mine. And scene. How fucking, what the fuck? By the way, someone accused me today. I made a post. Let's see if I can go find it. Oh, here she is. I said, keep that same I voted for this energy when your sons and daughters are dying in a war with Iran, MAGA. So Terry says, President Trump said we're not getting into that war. You're showing your true colors. Hashtag Flynn Network. Hashtag Flynn. I don't even know what the fuck. Hashtag Flynn Network. What does that mean? I said, haha, yeah, he has shown he never supports Israel, right? Haha. I don't even know what Flynn Network means. So she throws up a GIF that says defense. So I threw up one that said dumb cunt alert. I thought we were just sending gifts back and forth. She says, you think that hurts my feelings? I touched a nerve. The only thing you've gotten right is fraud, Lusky clown. So I said, I don't know who you are or what the fuck you're even trying to communicate with me. You couldn't strike a nerve if I drew you a map to it. And then apparently she just responded, yeah, you freaking clown. Like, I have no idea what Flynn Network even means. I don't know what that... Like, I understand who Michael Flynn is, but I've never had a single interaction with the man ever. Like, he's not even liked one of my tweets ever before. I've never spoken to him. I've never been close to him. I've never talked... I have no fucking idea who Terry is. It is Terry, Terri, 8647-886. Sure, that's not her phone number. 864-788-6368. Is that Terry's phone number? No. Don't do it, Terry. Back up, Terry. Anyways, I have no idea who these people are or what the fuck they're doing. So there you go. We got some more clips. I don't want to be super depressed about the nuclear war we're in the middle of. Oh, here we go. Republicans being Republicans. I'm sure this is like a far left drag queen. Oh, South Carolina legislator indicted on 10 counts of distributing child sex abuse material. Guess what his username was on the website they busted him on. They got a tip. From a missing center, or exploited and missing children or whatever, Center for Exploited and Missing Children. Guess what his username was? Republican, right-wing legislator, owns a company that helps you with your elections. Guess what his username was? I'll give you a minute. Think about it. Right? Any username in the world he could pick. He's a Republican. He's right-wing, hardcore, MAGA, South Carolina. Could pick any username in the world. What would he be obsessed with? I think it's on the next slide, but... Here we go. State Rep R.J. May, Republican from Lexington, has been charged with 10 counts of distributing child sex abuse material. May, who was the driving force behind the creation of the hardline conservative South Carolina House Freedom Caucus, had a username, Joe Biden 69. To distribute at least 10 videos of child sexual abuse, the U.S. Attorney's Office said. May, who was taken into custody Wednesday, June 11th, faces between 5 and 20 years of federal prison, a fine of $250,000, and at least 5 years of supervised release to follow any term of imprisonment. In April of 2024, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children received a cyber tip from the social messaging app Kik, K-I-K, not Kik the streaming platform, but Kik like the texting app, which flagged videos from Joe Biden, NNN69. The U.S. Attorney's Office said investigators connected the account to May's home IP address. Wasn't even using a VPN. Home IP address and mobile devices, and identified at least 10 videos depicting child sexual abuse that were shared from the account. In August, HSI searched May's house and seized a laptop, a tablet, 4 cell phones, 4 hard drives, 4 SD cards, 2 DVD-Rs, and 19 thumb drives. So, like, a ton of CSAM. I wonder if he's a good enough Trump guy to get forgiven, right? To get pardoned. Depends on how much he's donated. May was first elected to represent State House District 88 in 2020. He won a 3rd term in November after being the lone candidate to appear on the ballot. His political consulting firm, Ivory Tusk, ran campaigns for conservative candidates, including members of his Freedom Caucus that he started there, in South Carolina at least. Read more at thestate.com. What a fucking piece of shit, dude. It's the trannies coming after your kids. RJ May. All right, RJ May. I see a bunch of people sharing the news story. I want to see his actual Twitter account is still up. Insane, dude. Drag queens. I don't know if he has one. I can do it this way, though. Hold on. Let me search over here for a second. His bond was denied, it says, from 15 hours ago. So that happened today. Robert John May, RJ. I'm trying to find his official website, like for his campaign and shit or whatever. West Columbia man, Representative RJ May the 3rd. Oh, so it is the 3rd. I wonder if it's that RJ May 3. Doesn't look very official. Yep. Legislator, South Carolina, HD 88. Vice Chair of South Carolina Freedom Caucus, U of SC, and Tel Aviv University alumni. The federal government is 40% bigger now than before COVID. I am a no on the debt limit legislation. Here's why. This deal is a bad deal for the debt ceiling. Threat on the debt ceiling, House GOP. Don't let South Carolina House see this. Then again, if we're doing this, we're not passing terrible bills that grow government and take away your freedoms. Tough call. It looks like a bunch of people singing. Oh, they're doing the Cupid Shuffle. So this is for all from 2023. South Carolina State House Republicans are the 2nd most liberal in the nation. Only Hawaii Republicans have worse voting records as a whole. Your representatives, with very few exceptions, are lying to you when they call themselves conservative. Is conservative fucking kids? Is that conservative? Is that why you're so conservative? One of the largest county GOPs in the state, Lexington, South Carolina GOP, just censured South Carolina House GOP caucus for purging conservatives with an unprecedented loyalty pledge. The vote was approximately 50-3. Other county GOPs following suit. He retweeted that. What else we got? South Carolina General Assembly is the most liberal GOP-controlled legislature in America. I would rather South Carolina GOP leadership take a loyalty oath. Retweet. Wonder if this includes exposing children to drag shows. There it is. Removing child exploitation is a priority number 1. Please reply in the comments if you see anything that Twitter needs to address. Wonder if this includes exposing children to drag shows or pushing sex changes on toddlers. November 24th, 2022. Here he is, retweeting Seth Dillon, #truth. The left desperately wants to confuse as many kids as possible and treat their confusion with mutilation. Well, RJ May III just wants to fuck them. So is that better? Appropriate last name for this clown. What kind of nasty person brags about murdering babies? Abortion is, well, right. They gotta at least get a few years old so he could fuck them. What a disgusting motherfucker. And they're always the people that are out there telling other people how they should do shit or how horrible they are. Always. Always. This is disgusting. I can't believe you do this to kids. And they got a fucking hard drive full of fucking CSAM shit. Like, what the fuck? It's always the same goddamn thing. I wonder if he's got, let's do this. We'll go up and search. Search his account for Trump. Let's see how good a Trumpster he was. I wrote Donald Trump remains very popular among GOP primary voters in a new poll released. 41% of likely voters said the most important quality of any potential nominee is his or her support of Trump. So he knows you got to support Trump to win. Strong opening statement from Templeton Cath highlights working with Nikki Haley and President Trump. Trump's team calling her a triple threat. Templeton is the only candidate to be offered a job by both Haley and Trump. This was during the election cycle, I'm assuming. So not a ton of posts about it, but he also hasn't posted in a while, so he hasn't even posted this whole election cycle. 2023 was the last time he posted. There you go. I don't know if it depends on how much money he donated, I guess, would be the next thing. He hasn't tweeted enough to get a pardon. But maybe, just maybe, if he holds out long enough, there's Terry. Hey, Terry. Back up, Terry. Back up, Terry. And then one more for your viewing pleasure. By the way, today's the first day when I feel like fucking like 50% or more normal. I've been fucked up the last few days. But I got to stream. That's how I make it's like going to a job, right? So I haven't been like debilitated, but I've been fucking feeling fucked up. Today's the first day where I feel greater than 50%. My stomach's been fucking hurting like crazy. I don't know what the fuck I ate. I don't know if I got food poisoning or what, but it's slowly been going away. So hopefully I won't miss any more shows. I'm feeling good today. About halfway through the day, I started feeling a lot better. So we'll see. We'll see. And then I got this one. Let's go for it. This is, oh shit, did it just freeze? Yes, it did. Unfreeze for a second. Did everything freeze or just this app? Just this app. Okay. Hopefully it opens back up. Give me just a second. The app where I got all my links just froze, but we got it. Donald Trump. Holds out long enough for a mass pardon? Yeah, that might work. Let's see what he's talking about here with Miss Universe.
What is it about her that you've come to the rescue?
Well, I just think that she's a terrific person, and she's been a great Miss Universe. And she's like me and everybody else. We like to eat. We do like to eat. I mean, she had tremendous pressure put on her with the win and everything else. Plus, she was going from country to country, all foreign places.
So if you don't know what's going on here, this is when Miss Universe, they said she was too fat. So Donald Trump bought the Miss Universe pageant and told her to either give up her crown or lose fucking weight. She was too fat.
And there was a huge amount of pressure. And some people, when they have pressure, don't eat. And some people, when they have pressure, eat too much, like me, but like Alicia. And what she's going to do now is she's got one of the great trainers.
Like Alicia.
Very, very famous man in his own right.
Our goal is to get her between 125 and 130. She will look 118 to you and to the camera, 118. So we want to keep that soft, feminine look. We don't want to have these short, bulgy muscles.
The weight was unacceptable to a lot of people. It was not unacceptable to me, and it was not unacceptable to CBS, but it was unacceptable to pageant people.
Now, why did you arrange for
If you don't care and CBS doesn't care, who the fuck are the pageant people that are making you do this?
And for her to go through this work ethic. Well, when Alicia won the contest, the Miss Universe contest, which really by far is the biggest beauty pageant in the world, there's nothing close.
Look at those goddamn eyebrows, dude. They're growing into his hairline.
She was one of the most beautiful women I had ever seen. It was incredible, from Venezuela. And I was at the pageant, and it was really, before I owned it, but I was at the pageant. Now, all of a sudden, she's gained. I mean, literally, she won.
So he didn't even own it when she won. He bought it after she won, and he's demanding to either take away her title or she better lose some fucking weight.
From about 118 to about 170 pounds. It was incredible. And we had a choice, termination or let's get her back into shape. And she gained 50 or 60 pounds in a period of 9 months, which is unbelievable.
Termination or let's get her back into shape.
Unbelievable. I've never heard of such a thing. And now she's on a very strict diet and she's working very hard. She's with a trainer, a terrific trainer, and hopefully it's all going to work out. But she's obviously got a major eating disorder. She likes food.
You called her an eating machine.
Well, at one point she was actually an eating machine. I mean, she was. Somebody said, gee, that's not a very nice thing to say, but it's true. I mean, she gained a tremendous amount of weight, but now she's losing it.
Do you think a woman can be beautiful if she's a little overweight?
I think a woman can be very beautiful if she's a little bit overweight, but I also think that Miss Universe represents something very special. Miss Universe represents the most beautiful woman in the world. Alicia was right there as the most beautiful woman. I mean, when she won the contest, Alicia has an absolute obligation to Miss Universe to look beautiful.
Remember when he's talking about his fat piece of shit friend who buys the fat shots in Germany or whatever?
And to maintain a certain weight, et cetera, et cetera. And look, that's why she was chosen. And she represents Venezuela.
And he would sell it off like, oh, I'm just looking for my next wife. I love beautiful women. That's what I do. I go to pageants. What the fuck?
But she really represents the world. It's the
what guy goes to pageants? I mean, like, you might be clicking through the channel and see one on and be like, oh, okay. But like, what?
Largest and most important beauty pageant in the world by far. So you have to go and you have to stay pretty much as though you just won yesterday. She didn't do that.
She didn't do that. Got to kick her out. All right, guys. One more time before I go. Please consider donating to the show. Even if you've never donated before, you can do that at coldbeer.fund. We're a little bit short this month, but hopefully that's just this month thing, and that'll be over with. So if you can support the show, please do that at coldbeer.fund. There's tons of links, including a PayPal link down at the bottom. But there's Buy Me a Coffee. You can join our Patreon, Dono Clip, whatever you want to do. If you can support the show, that'd be great. If you can, I understand. Hopefully I get through this doctor's appointment and get my shit done with the VA this month. I got a doctor's appointment in 4 days. Hopefully I don't fuck this one up. And once I get my disability straightened out, I ought to be good. But either way, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for being here. Support the show if you want to, if you can. If you can't, that's cool. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for being here. I'll see you about the next one. Have a good night. Love you. See you. Bye. See you tomorrow.
But I can tell you this about if this douchebag happens to see this particular show, you don't have the forking balls to call out the people on this planet by name and tell them exactly who they are and tell them the rest of the world who they are. You don't have the forking balls. You don't have the balls.
Okay, Scott.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Listen off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen nothing yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen nothing yet.
And they say that I'm a lunatic. Well, listen, bitch, I came equipped with a quick wit and a 6th sense for the stupid shit. Where my true believers? Y'all need Jesus. Praise the Lord, and to the extreme. All these false fucking prophets who profit off of gossip. Worshipping drums, cocking, begging for a throat deposit. Swinging fucking meat hammers like Thor in a thong. He's strapped to the shaft, beating his chest like he's King Kong. Starving for attention, I'ma make your gut burst. I'll be your huckleberry, I can quench that thirst. Baby eating lizard people, alien sex. What's next? Trump in a dress, fucking Flynn on his desk. A retard in a vest, climbing up 5G towers. Cause you told him if he did, he'd get fucking superpowers.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen nothing yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen.
Yeah, I've heard people saying he's wearing a like a condom catheter.
Suffer tunnel that led to Jason Q's bedroom. Open his closet, I found some of his meat rockets. I strapped it to my shoes and then I flew through the roof.
I found myself in orbit strapped to an F-16. High on amphetamine, with Trump in between. Put on a light coat of baby oil and saluted the troops. He tapped me on the shoulder and said, "This is gonna be it." Whoa, wait. Stop. What? What? I'll get my files. Wait, what are you doing? Stop. Hold on. Fucking stop. Dude, come on. Seriously. My mom's an alcoholic. Oh, give me a... Oh, my God. Damn it. Here we go, I think I started some shit.